Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the ECR broadcast booth. I'm your man, Christian Snyder, joined by later on tonight here, Anthony Thitchner. Tonight we're gonna have a good one for you. We're here at Kentucky Speedway, and it's a night race, so there's gonna be a lot of grip. Different than weeks previous, a lot of guys complaining about tightness, which is kind of a shock, considering how loose this packages as far as the cars go. Well, there's Anthony joining us early tonight, earlier than usual. How's it going, Anthony?
A little bit of practice in before qualifying starts, and going to get this thing underway. I got a question for you, Christian.
Sure. Shoot.
So, four guys wanted to be in race reporter. I'm going to give you their names. I want you to choose who it's going to be. We
All
have
right.
the number 81, Josh Susi, the number 93 of Scott Sanderson, who's been on a tear, the number 95 of Dylan Schmidt, and the number 63 of Ronnie Norman. Who would you like to see as the in-race reporter for this race?
Mm. You know what? I gotta go with my friend. I gotta go with Ronnie Norman.
All right.
That's biased, but I gotta go with him.
Whatever works, man. I said I'd leave it to you. I asked everybody, and that works, man. So looking forward to hearing from him.
Yeah, I think that'd be his first time joining the booth for the race, so that should be fun. But we're gonna go ahead and take a quick national anthem break, so we'll let the national anthem play while these boys qualify. We will be right back. Hope you guys enjoy.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Alright, welcome back, everyone. People are finishing up their qualifying run. Our in-race reporter is getting his radio all hooked up. That's the end of qualifying there.
Ronnie Newman, our in-race reporter, do you have a copy? Suppose Mike was working.
Ronnie, you there?
I'm here.
Well, welcome up to the broadcast booth. I think Anthony was going to ask you a question. Anthony, was that you or?
Yeah. Yeah, Ronnie, you qualified 7th. You're 4th fastest in practice, man. These cars are pretty toy, like a Toyger, I heard tonight. So, what is the strategy going forward here to try to pull off a win? Points leader, I believe, right?
No, actually, I think I'm in like 3rd, but qualifying lap, it was really tight for me. Wasn't expecting it when to 1. Went up the hill, but at least we managed to stay in the top 10. So manage tires, stay out of wreck avoidance, and hopefully we just hover around the top spot until Scott Sanderson gets up here and plays around with us. So other than that, I think it should be a fun race.
Yeah, I just noticed it. 14 points out of 1st. So I guess you're just trying to beat Brad Moore and Rob Haynes tonight.
Yeah, it's been us 3 up front all along with Nick Olson, but unfortunately he's not here tonight. But yeah, it's this front top 5 has been pretty close together for the whole beginning of the season.
Well, we look forward to having you as an in-race reporter here, man. I'm going to probably pull you up on some of these cautions and ask you how the car's doing. Maybe Christian Lee, I have a few questions for you. He's all yours, man, before I pull him back now.
Just want to wish you good luck driving my number 63. So good luck out there.
Thanks, buddy.
And he is in the wrong number tonight. We're going to get that fixed, but we'll take care of it.
Any chance I can pick on him, I have to take advantage of it.
That's right.
Been friends for more than 2 years, I think. So I think it's been about 2.5 years, maybe 3 even. So try to pick him on. Got some new camera angles tonight we're going to test out. We got some new stuff. Gonna be pretty cool. These boys are going to be going green.
Doing a double duty here, so very cautious. You probably won't hear from him much. I'm trying to pay attention to these guys.
They are green here. Susie out front here. Moncado in 2nd. Jonathan Boger in 3rd right now. So, what do you think's going to happen tonight? Is it going to be a fight for the inside lane, and you're going to have to move people, or how's this going to go?
Well, I'm already seeing a lot of aggression here, Christian, as you see Josh Sheets fighting for 13th position, already making contact. They're 3 wide right now, and Josh Sheets is going to come over below them guys. Todd Gilly stuck in the middle there, made some contact with the number 24 of Mason Clark, who's subbing in for Nick Olson tonight. So already got some incidents happen here early on in the race. Lap 2, 100 lap race. These guys are already trying to get advantage of each other.
Yeah, this is a big gaggle of cars right here.
They're 2 by 2 by 2 back here in the back. These guys are not waiting. I guess you got to be aggressive in the back, try to make up some positions, otherwise they'll leave you. My boy Ronnie Norman sitting 6th. He's got 3 cars right there in front of him before he gets to 2nd. As you see, Josh Susie not even looking in his mirrors. He's just taking off there.
Ronnie Norman going to move into 4th now already.
Look to the outside of that 17 car, that Chevy there coming up under John Caudle. He might just let them battle it out before he takes the outside. Is he going to do it now? He is going to take the outside of Jonathan Boger for that 3rd position, then try to pick off John Caudle.
There's one thing I know that Ronnie will do. He will work that outside better than anyone out here. He's like the Kyle Larson of the league.
A lot of these cars are single file now. I think maybe they're just, had a few positions that they wanted to pick off. Now they're kind of falling in line, understanding the track a little bit more. We only had about 2 pit parties in practice, so these guys didn't get much of much of a chance to really get around each other and race. And that, that's something that you want to be careful about at the beginning of these races, and just be careful. James Lehman qualified 25th. He actually wasn't able to qualify. He's up to 15th already. Scott Sanderson started 22nd and already up to 14th. These guys are moving in a hurry there, Christian. The 93 and 05, these guys are coming.
Yeah, the 05 making his way under, it looks like, Todd Gilly, Oval 1 car. Looks like Todd's got a little bit of right front damage. Possibly got into it with the other car when he was 3 wide there.
I think that's exactly what happened.
That's tough in the long run. It's already tight enough. Right front damage is going to be tighter.
Ronnie Norman overtaking that second position over John Caudle now in second position, trying to catch his teammate Josh Soucy. That's Ronnie Norman Racing running 1-2 right now.
Looks like his other teammate not here tonight, not able to show up, Dalton Tucker.
Yeah, Dalton's having some PC issues. He'll be back as soon as he can. We just had a nice save by Josh Sheets. Got a little bit of loose coming out of 4 there. Guys are coming around. He's going to lose about 4 to 5 positions coming out of 4 there. That's these guys are running hard. They're running close, and it's going to be tough. You make a mistake, and that's it, man. You slip up, you're going to lose a lot of positions.
On a move early. Talk about Scott Sanderson here. In 11th place already. Behind the crossover here on Brad Bohr. Brad Bohr, correct me if I'm wrong, still looking for his first win in the BeelineSim Series this season.
Brad Bohr is, I believe, looking for a win. He got a win in the Cup Series, still looking for his first win in the BeelineSim Series, though. I got DSum21 reported in chat. The standings and lap updates aren't on. I see him working now, so hopefully that was figured out.
Yeah, it was just the first 4 laps without the interval, but we're all good.
Hope you guys enjoyed the show, man. You got any questions? You want to see something? Let us know. We thank BeelineSim Series for putting on this show. They have a great sponsorship, make a lot of great sim products. Got to check them out, BeelineSim.com. They have all kinds of great stuff on their website.
The comment section. Or description. What am I talking about? Description.
I wonder if Scott Sanderson maybe wore his tires out a little bit. He's got Ben Olsen on his tail now. James Lehman following him. James is going to take over this position on the inside here right now. Going to pass him going into turn 3 there. But he gets a little bit loose. He grabs the apron. James Lehman gets loose. He's going to, oh my God, it was a great save. He's going to lose a couple of positions for that one. Wow, he's going to lose about 5 to 6 positions for that one.
Clear back to 16th now. He was working his way up there, but he's back toward where he qualified now.
Yeah, just like that.
Up front, the gap is closed. Ronnie catching up to Josh Soucy. He's running about a half a lane higher and trying to run him down here. Gap is closing. He's down to 2/10 now.
Ronnie Norman closing in on Josh Susie for that lead there. You might see a lead, pass for the lead here coming up. He's only about a tenth back.
Got a battle for, looks like, 4th place between Caleb Sheets and Jonathan Boger.
Yeah, they're teammates. They're coming up. They're coming forward there. Caleb Sheets, last year's champion, knows how to get it done.
Now he's going underneath John Caudle for 3rd. Here he comes. That is a name we have not said that much this season.
John Caudle, it's a sexy car right there, man. That 07 Nationwide Chevy, that's looking good. See, if Caleb wants to get by him, he's going to have to use a little bit more track here. Now he's going to get past here on the inside.
Pretty wide here.
Yeah, if you pass somebody on the inside, you got to use every inch you can. John's just going to ease out of it here, let these guys go. They're 3 wide coming down the backstretch. It's really tight. Oh, Lizelle gets a little bit loose on the apron there. He's going to probably lose about 4 positions for that. You see 4 guys coming up on him.
He might be able to fend off Brad Borer. Maybe.
Yeah, there's a lot of competition in this top 10 right now.
And the gap has widened now between Josh Susie and Ronnie Norman. Ronnie probably ran out the tires, and Josh is up there just saving them. These boys
They're
probably...
going to split. Scott Sanderson, the 93, is getting split right now by Brad Borer and Lizelle. They're 3 wide coming into 1.
Scott Sanderson right on Lizelle's door, trying to get a little bit of a side draft off the corner.
That's what you got to do to be fast here. You got to use every inch that you can. If it's there, you got to take it. Otherwise, you're just giving the opponent there an edge. And Scott knows that, so he's going to use every advantage he can in order to pass these guys. Tell you what, a name you don't see much in the top 5, our Talladega winner, Matthew Hibbs, in that 88 Mountain Dew car, now in the 6th position and coming forward, looking good.
Another one too here, Matthew George in 8th place. Good run for him as well. 2 Matthews doing pretty good.
Another pass coming on the front stretch here. Cody Vaughn in the number 44 is going to try to pass 2 guys in 1 turn here. He's going to go on the inside of Todd Gilly and Ralph Vanderhorst there. Both these cars he's going to pick off, and another guy that's coming on strong here is coming up under Ralph right now, and that's who was it? Rob Haynes. Rob Haynes is coming, the Canadian, man. He's leading the All-Star votes. We got the All-Star race tomorrow night, fellas. You can check us back on the same channel where Christian will be doing the All-Star race, and Rob Haynes right now is leading the votes in order to get in on the fan vote.
Yeah, I cannot wait for that All-Star race. They are always so much fun. We're gonna ride along with Ronnie Norman and show you how much of a hassle this track is. We're gonna ride along. Find a good camera here. There we go.
Yeah, he kind of fell off a little bit there. He was right on Sudice's door. I don't know what happened.
You can hear just how much he's got to lift going into the corner. He definitely ran out the tires trying to catch him, and now Susie's just able to pull away from him.
Yeah, I don't see any damage to maybe just coming up through the field there for 7th second.
Now for another new camera here. I can find it here. Oh, it's not on his car. Gotta go find a car that has it, because this is an awesome camera.
Can't believe in 23 laps, Scott Sanderson in a 93 car has worked his way up from 22nd to 6th. John Caudle has fell back from 2nd to 7th, and we just got word one of the drivers is pitting right now in the green flag pit stops. I don't remember who it was.
Nathan Casillas and Douglas Hess already came in and made a stop. Here's our new tire view, and you can see just how much he's working the corners and how much the spring compresses. This is an awesome camera view.
Did I see a Budweiser scheme?
You did.
Who's running Budweiser tonight?
I believe your driver. Number 86.
Oh, okay. I'm not seeing that.
Fantastic. There we go. So here goes the pit stops. Josh Susie's in here. Ronnie gonna stay out and lead a lap, as now he's gonna come in.
Green flag pit stops are great, man. You never want to see a caution happen here. Matthew Hibbs getting his laps led, staying late. Now he's going to come in this time, most likely.
I see, I'm going to have to talk to Ronnie about that. During his pit stop, his wheel was moving a lot. Normally, what you want to do when you come into your box, just hold the wheel straight and leave it alone. His wheel was moving an awful lot. Anything that can help you.
Yeah, maybe he was trying something new there. That's interesting.
Very.
I will say Ronnie is ahead of Josh Susie right now, so
It apparently worked.
no, take that back. Take that back. He lost 3 seconds in that pit stop. He's only about a second back. Now he's lost 2 seconds. He's 3 seconds back behind Josh Susie right now. So Josh Susie was your leader before pits. Now he's running 10th. Ronnie Norman is 11th. They're waiting for the rest of these guys to pit and all this stuff to happen, and then they'll probably be back to being your leader in second place. You see a lot of green flag pit stops here in ECR. They only have about 50% fuel, so you see it a lot, guys. Easy on the tires, especially when the cars are tight like tonight. These things are really tight, and if you take care of your tires, you could be really fast in the long run.
Ralph Vandervorst may have ran out of fuel there. He was swerving back and forth trying to get the fuel to pick up.
Oh, wow. Well, he made it to his pit stall.
Yeah, he's real lucky there. It ran out on him. He was swerving back and forth in the pit road there.
Ralph's taking 4, and he's going to be on his way. He did get a lap led there, so he'll get an extra bonus point as Josh Susie's going to take over the lead. Ronnie Norman second, Caleb Sheets third, Scott Sanderson up to 4th.
Looks like it's going to be a guaranteed 3-stop race. A lot of these guys are going to split it evenly, 25, 50, and 75, I'm sure.
That's a smart thing to do. Susie's got a 2-second lead, and that's great for him. I mean, he must have been really fast in them pit stops. And if you have green flag pit stops, man, you definitely have to practice that and make sure that you get it, you nail it. You know, you want to come in as late as you can, hit the tire brakes as late as you can, come in fast, and make sure that you're going as fast as you can on pit road without getting disqualified, and then even when the tires drop down, boom, you gotta practice that is getting out of your pit stalls. I mean, it's everything on pit road. That could sometimes make or break your race, and as you see, it helped Susie a lot here on the green flag pit stops. But I'll tell you what, Ronnie Norman again pushing it really hard. He's coming hard. He's obviously running a lot harder than Susie is because he's already made up over a second under this green flag run.
Tell you what, the fastest pit time I'm seeing is 11.06. That is lightning quick. That's Jonathan
Who is that?
Bogers.
Oh yeah, man, that's our haters make us famous Chevy. We give them the best equipment we can. We got a lot of great guys working on that pit crew.
I'm curious if maybe he took 2 tires or
Maybe 2 tires, repair some damage. It's possible.
I don't know. That's lightning quick for if he took 4. That's incredible.
I've had that happen before. You really have to enter your stall perfect. You have to sit in there perfect, totally centered. If you can do that and then keep your wheels straight, you can have a really nice pit stop.
Yeah, I shocked a lot of people last night with 12.8 seconds stop in the trucks, which is almost unheard of. Hope you guys caught that. That was on Broadcasting Network. Make sure you check them out for the Pit Stop Designs Truck Series of USAR Week. Go ahead and check them out.
If you haven't done so yet, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. You can catch us every week, get a notification when we're live. Check us out every Tuesday night here in the ECR broadcast. And, we appreciate you guys, and hopefully we put on a good show for you.
It's good every week. We don't ever exacerbate anything. It doesn't get bad. It's good. What was the word of the day? What was our word of the day?
Commodity.
Commodity.
I'll tell you what. Right now in the green flag stops, these cars are very commodious.
Commodious. Okay.
Yeah, we got Dylan Schmidt, who enlightens us with a word of the week every week, and exacerbate was one of them. Exacerbate is when you make something bad even worse. So, for instance, if somebody causes a caution here, they could exacerbate things. But, yeah, it just seems to be very commodious out there tonight.
Got a big gaggle of cars here between like 22nd to 16th. They're 2 wide, looking at 3 wide some points.
Speaking of Dylan Schmidt, Ronnie Norman and Josh Susie just went around him. He's now last, so he's going to be the lucky dog if a caution does come out. He is the only car right now that is a lap down. Daniel Reese was a starting park, so he won't get a DNF. He just gets a starting park. Dylan Schmidt, the only active car right now that is a lap down. That's pretty impressive, Christian.
Yeah, it's pretty shocking, actually, considering how fast Josh Susie and Ronnie Norman are putting down laps and how far away they are from Caleb Sheets and the rest of the field. So, I guess because everyone's so equal behind 15th place, I mean, they are stacked up close together. If Ronnie and Josh catch up to that, it's going to be interesting getting through them, as they are 3 wide here.
Oh, wow. Where's this?
Jeremy Morrison just had to slide the whole way down to the inside wall to avoid Douglas Hess.
God. He's getting passed by Pat Richey right now. They're still 3 wide. This is crazy racing right here. Good action. Mind you, this is about 15th, 17th positions here. Oh my God, the U-Haul car sideways. Great save, great save. He's going to lose a few positions for that, though.
There has been some amazing saves tonight.
These guys are balls to the wall here, man. Wow. So much close racing going on right now in the back.
George Munger almost got into the back of Nathan Casillas there. We got another 3 wide situation looking like it might happen here. And it is 3 wide here. Douglas Hess. Looks like Mason Clark and Ben Olson were 3 wide there for a second.
Hey, what the fastest car on the track was probably James Lehman in that number 05. He is now within 0.8 of Scott Sanderson. Remember, he had a missed tap earlier on in the race, the 05 did, and he's making up ground right now during this green flag run, and probably one of the fastest guys out on the track right now. Got to watch out for him. He's coming up on Dylan Schmidt right now to lap him.
It's looking like we got another green flag run. This is a perfect opportunity for us to take a commercial break. You won't miss a thing. We'll go side by side.
The Desk Dash from BeelineSim. A fully functional USB-powered gauge cluster for your sim rig that comes with a 10,000 RPM tachometer, oil temperature, water temperature, oil pressure, and fuel level gauges. At BeelineSim, we integrate professional-grade gauges from Marshall Instruments, control hardware and software from simprojects.com, and our own cross connects and chassis fabrication to bring you a plug-and-play solution that is pre-tested, pre-assembled, and pre-configured. The Desk Dash has a programmable shift indicator, warning indicators, and your choice of orange or white backlighting with the flick of a switch. The Desk Dash, only from BeelineSim. If you're looking for realism, it doesn't get any better than this. This is the finish line. This is Beeline. Visit us on the web at BeelineSim.com. This is the finish line. You don't get here by quitting the race a few laps early, or by driving at half throttle. You get here by giving it 100%. So if you're a sim racer, why would you settle for a steering wheel that's only 80% of what you need? Instead, upgrade your stock G27 with a full-size wheel from BeelineSim products. BeelineSim provides customized controls and systems integration for the sim racer that's looking for an extra edge over the competition. Our wheel upgrade kits are pre-wired to plug right into your G27 with no loss of button or shift indicator functionality. Everything comes complete, including a full-size 13.5-inch Grant Formula GT wheel, HDPE adapter hub, button plate made from 1/4-inch ABS plastic, along with all of the connectors and mounting hardware you need. So why settle for 80% of a wheel when you can have 100% with an upgrade kit from BeelineSim? This is the finish line. This is Beeline. Visit us at BeelineSim.com.
All right, we are back. Finishing up a brownie. Freaking great. BeelineSim, I'm telling you, they're a great sponsor. Gotta check them out. You saw the website. Go check them out. What are you doing? You have a little window button. Add window. Go check them out.
See, the broadcast is on that 05 of James Lehman there. He is steadily coming, but I think he's lost a little bit of time on Scott Sanderson. Maybe he started catching him in the long run there, and then just wore the tires out. And Christian, I think that's the big key here is guys got to take it easy on long runs, because if they wear their tires out, they're going to have a lot of issues on a long run. James kind of touches the wall there, so might even cause him a little bit more damage. But we're going to have some more green flag pit stops now as Josh Susie comes in. Ronnie Norman's going to come in. There's a lot of guys coming in right now as we hit lap 50. And like you said, every 25 laps, it looks like guys have planned to come in here. 100-lap race, so it's nice and even. Every 25 laps, it looks like.
I think it's a perfect strat. Tell you what, the pit road exit at Kentucky is one of the hardest ones.
What do you say about pulling old Ronnie Norman up? Did we take that chance?
We'll ask him. pull them up and say, hey, you all right with doing this under green?
Ronnie Norman, you good with an interview under green?
I guess.
Man, let me ask you something. I've been seeing a lot of guys, long green flag runs here. You guys push it really hard. The guys who are pushing hard are falling off in the long run. So, do you see that as well?
Yeah, you can see it. You got to keep up with pace of some of these guys in the back. You don't know how they're doing, so I had to do a little bit extra there. Wanted to get in before anybody else did. Hopefully it gives me the advantage here.
Yeah, you guys haven't had a caution yet, man. It's been 52 laps of green flag racing, so we just wanted to get a chance to speak to you and see how things were out there on the track.
Yeah, I really hope it stays green. It's going to be a pretty interesting finish, seeing whose strategy paid off and whose doesn't.
Side lane really come in, and are you planning on using that if you catch up to the leader?
Sorry, can you say that again? They were talking.
Yeah, if the outside lane, has it really come in, or are you going to plan on using that if it comes time to it?
No, I'm only going to be using the bottom here. Upper lane, I'm scared to use it, really.
Yeah, I know how you are. If the top lane works, you go there. So I've seen that you're running the bottom. So I was curious if the top lane's going to come in later in the run, or if it ever will. So we'll be looking for that. Are you going to move them if you have to? Because it seems like it's the inside or nothing. Then if it comes to it.
No, it's going to be the inside, and then you're going to have the guy behind you try to pass you for the lead. So.
Well, it should be interesting to watch. I know you're a little bit, I think, behind Josh here, catching up to him though.
He lost a little bit of time for each pit stop. I think Josh is just a little bit better under these green flag pit stops, and that's what we were talking about earlier. Is it's a lot of time to make up when you lose time under green flag. So, but you guys are all taking 4-tire pit stops. Just seems like Susi's a little bit quicker. And but you got to be proud as an owner, man. You guys are going to be running 1-2 here, right?
Actually, with Susi, I'm pretty sure he took 2 tires. He was talking about it before the race today.
Interesting. Did you take 2?
No, I took 4.
Wow, you took 4 and didn't lose much time at all. I think he took 4. I think he's bullshitting you.
I came in before him, so I figured I would have came out. Well, I really don't know. It might have been. He said something about it earlier. I just thrown it out there.
I bet you he'll take 2 on the last stop. That's probably what it'll be. What's the tire wear like there, Ronnie, after a whole run?
After the first run we had, my right front was an 85, and my left was a 95, so.
85 on the right front, and what's the right rear like? No rush.
My right rear on that last run was a 96.
So 85 right front, 96 right rear. So yeah, you guys are definitely burning up that right front. Cars have got to be really tight. That's the one thing I noticed about this Kentucky set here in these beat cars is it is really tight. It's got to be really tight for you guys on a long run, huh?
The only thing I know is Caleb Sheets. He has the long run car here. I don't know what it is. Beginning of the run, I can take off, but toward the end of it, with like 10 to go, you just see his cars keep getting bigger and bigger in my mirror, and it's so intimidating.
Yeah, some of these guys have figured out the long runs, man. They're just a little bit more conservative at the beginning. Hey, man, we'll let you go. We appreciate you coming up in here and joining us, man. You get back at it and go get them.
All right, it was interesting, I'll tell you that much.
Connie Norman currently running 3rd right now as they're waiting on David Courtney to pit. He's still got to go through his pit stops, but he'll be running 2nd here as soon as the pit stops fall out. Guys, we are still green flag racing on lap 59. Green flag racing, lap 59, not a single caution. Unbelievable. We got Aaron Berge in the booth. What's up, Aaron? All right, all right. Are you tuned in?
Downloading something to test out some settings on my graphics card there.
Well, we are 60 laps in on this BeelineSim series. 30 cars out here racing tonight and not a single caution.
Oh, that is awesome.
David Borden is finally going to come into the pits here. Oh, we almost locked it up there the last second.
Hey, you guys are out there watching. Who's enjoying this race tonight? You guys want to give me an amen if you want to turn it up.
Yeah, that's something we haven't done. Crank it up.
I want to hear it. I want somebody to type in there, crank it up. You type it in there, we'll do it. Got 13 guys out there watching right now, fellas. Share that link. Let them know to come watch. This is an amazing race, guys. We want to crank it up, but we want you guys to let us know you want it. D-Sum said it's been a great race. D-Sum, do you want us to turn it up? Well, there it is. Christian D-Sum said crank her up. Firebird, crank it up. Josh Mayu said crank that shit up. Winston Cup Outlaw Series, crank it up. Give us some cranks there.
We're cranked. Alright, that was the crank it up.
Hell yeah. Hey, I got a few drivers who are interested in joining for a couple interviews, Christian, if you're welcoming to it here.
I'm perfectly fine with it.
Ooh, Josh Susie almost runs right into Ralph Vanderborg's coming out of two there on the backstretch. Ralph is really trying to fight and hold on to the lead lap here. This guy's not playing. He's going to run his line.
So who we got up first?
I think I'm going to pull James Lehman down. He said that he'd be interested in talking. I got a few questions for him. James Lehman, Anthony Teschner, Christian Snyder up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey man, we've been watching you. I've been watching you tag along here, and just you and Scott Sanderson have been trying to catch these guys, and it's been a hell of a run by both of you guys. As a lot of green flag pit stops. Now you went and passed Scott Sanderson. I don't know what happened to him. You finally got past him. You're in the top 5 now in the 4th position, man. What was the key to being in the top 5 right now in such long green flag run?
Just really, not messing up when you're on pit road or anything. Just being smooth, downshifting, braking. As you can tell, I'm going in that.
Now I noticed during that run you had lost some time to Scott. When you guys first got out, like he would gain on the pit stops, but you would get him in a long run. Is there something you're doing different on the long runs than Scott? Because it seems that you're doing better on long run.
He would run the bottom lane in turns 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 like the first 6 laps, and that just eats your tires up so bad here. So I'm constantly on the outside, and I'd be saying it over the radio. I'm like, hey guys, can you go down low if you can? It helps out. And it's really good on a long run once 10 laps are on the tires.
What happened here that you're now being scored 22nd?
He came into the pits.
I'm pulling a little bit of strategy here. I'm gonna try something. Me and Scott are both trying it, so let's see how it goes.
Interesting.
I really like the idea. Short pitting, you have enough fuel to make it to the end, so I like the idea.
Do you? How much you guys been getting on fuel?
You can get 30 on a tank.
Nice. So you guys are coming in early, short stuff. Hey, I like that, man. It might be the key to winning here.
Hey, it's an
Most
ECR
likely will.
saying, early bird gets the word.
That's right.
Now I gotta reel in Scott, so.
I love that camera view. We're actually showing you in the cockpit wheeling that thing. Hey man, we appreciate you coming up in here, man, and good luck to you. Go get them.
Thank you.
Where were you, the main lobby?
Yes.
Yeah, that's James Lehman, the 05 car there. He's steadily been one of the fastest cars on the track. Just not had enough time to catch the leaders. I guess he, the big thing here is you got him have the green flag pit stops, man. You got to nail them. And like he said, it's very important. And I just think he's been losing a little bit of time on the green flag pit stop there, Christian. Ronnie Norman, number 63, coming in for green flag pit stops.
Yeah, Caleb Sheets did pass him before the pits, so new second place car when we come back. Whenever the pits are all cycled through, Caleb Sheets should be in second.
Hey, Aaron Berge, you here?
Yeah, I hear you.
Hey man, a guy who's really good with strategy. You got second place in the truck series last night. So what do you think about that strategy? Some of these guys have now waited 5 more laps to pit, but you had 2 to 3 guys pit 5 laps earlier. They're all going to make it to the end. What strategy would you be on in this? Would you take 4 pit early, take 4 pit late, take 2 pit late, pit early? What do you think is the best strategy?
Well, in my experience so far with this season, it is take 2 pit early.
So you think if they take 2 and pit early, that just the tires will hold off and you save a lot more time? I mean, it's been green flag racing. I myself would probably take 2. Might be the safest bet, right? I mean, you're saving how much time on a 2-tire pit stop? What, 6-7 seconds?
About 7 seconds, yeah.
So you're hoping that they don't catch you. You gain 7 seconds by a 2-tire pit stop. That would be the key. Pit early, take 2, and hope that they don't catch you.
The top 10, sorry to interrupt, the top 10, they're on a completely different strategy, guys. They're staying out until lap 90 hoping for a caution. That is
like that.
Interesting.
A lot of these guys are running in the back, and that's the only choice that they really have of having a shot at this. I like that strategy. But the problem with that strategy is Josh Susi and Scott Sanderson are already 7th and 8th. So if a caution does happen, these boys are not going to pit. Everybody else is going to pit. So
That's a name.
you're going to have a lot of guys a lap down.
name we haven't seen up front is leading right now, and that's Josh Guess Who Sheets.
Yes, sir.
He's battling John Cottle here for the lead. It's a photo finish at the line.
He said that he'd be open to a conversation.
That last cup race, when I took second, that was my strategy. Take two, pit real early, because then you kind of get a head start on everybody. As long as they're not on the same strategy as you get a head start on them, and hopefully they don't catch you if they take four. But I made the unfortunate mistake of giving away my strategy over the airwaves, and yeah, the guy who won did the same strategy as me.
Yeah. And hey, listen, man, that was Scott Sanderson. He's currently running in the 6th position. He was the fastest in practice, but he wasn't able to qualify, so he started 22nd. And he was up into the top 10 within 20 laps, man. He was really picking them off. Him and James Lehman now running 6th and 7th. James, we just talked to him earlier. He's now less than a second behind Scott, trying to pick him off for that 6th position. You got the fifth place, number 66, Ralph Vandervoort. He's going to be pitting here on the green flag pit stop. So some of these guys coming in now, they don't think a caution is going to happen. They're coming in. Josh Sheets still your leader.
I don't think we've had a caution-free race this season.
In the B car race, yes, we have had one, and it is the only series that we had. No, Cup Series.
Yeah.
They both had one caution-free race, just one. And I think these boys can do it, man. And I'm very proud of them tonight here. This has been such a great race. 30-car field, 30 cars out here, and these guys have just done a great job. Another driver who came in late, he literally came in like 23, 25 laps into the race, was Trevor McManus in that number 21 who passed Daniel Reese. Daniel Reese had a starting park, and Trevor came in real late and started getting his laps in. So he's going to be 30th position, pick up a point, and get a bunch of points just for coming in because there's not a full field. So that's at least 10 points right there. Right on Josh Sheets, man. There's going to be a toss here. I wonder if John can make it to the end.
I highly doubt it. The last pit stop by anyone was on lap 60. That's 40 laps. They should, if anything, they would clutch it.
Here comes John Cottle. Just announced it on track. He's coming into pit. There he goes. So Josh Sheets is the last one out there, I believe, who has not hit yet.
Yeah, and if he pit on lap 60, which I believe he did, he should be able to make it until lap 90. And if he pit on lap 50, he should be able to make it until, well, he should have already had to have pit, so.
Yeah, Josh Sheets is going to come in this time. He just communicated over the voice comms there. He is going to come in this time, so Josh Schusse will be your new leader, and I'll tell you what, we have a new second place driver, because Ronnie Norman done fell back a lot. I don't know what happened to him there, Christian, but James Lehman is now second place behind Josh Schusse. Once all this configures out and everything falls around, Josh Schusse is going to be your leader, and James Lehman is going to be second place. So obviously that green flag pit stop changed a lot of things. Susie has been leading this thing the whole time. He has really nailed this thing, getting that pole, he's going for the win. And the interesting thing is he was only 16th fastest in practice. But the thing about it was he came late in the practice when the track was already rubbered up. So maybe that was something, maybe you just, you didn't get to be as fast as some of the guys who were out there when the track wasn't rubbered up, So obviously these guys are going to be running a lot slower laps later on in the race because the track is so rubbered up right now.
Yeah,
I
you
found
can.
it interesting. Scott Sanderson is now third, and James Lehman passed him for the first time this race. I've been paying attention to these two guys. They've been the fastest on the track. Do you think that they can catch Josh Susie from 2.7 back with about 14 to go?
I'm not sure if Scott can. He is dumping the clutch going into the corner. He's saving fuel. That's interesting.
Yeah, maybe he cut a little bit too early there.
Well, I got to take off, guys. I'll talk to you after the race.
Alrighty. Something I don't mention to these guys is, these drivers get 125K bonus to their driver funds when we go caution free. And this race, 12 laps ago, has been caution free. So it's something I mentioned in drivers meeting that I think we can do. They got the skill to do it. And here we go, man. I see a caution free race. And that is an amazing thing with a 30 car field. I don't know how many leagues out there have done it, but to have so many green flag pit stops and have a 30 car field with a 100 lap race, man, that is really impressive. These guys got it going on here now. I just can't get over it, man. We're coming, this is 10 to go, and this race has been caution free. Kind of like taking for a caution. These guys have just been so respectful to each other. It's been a great race, and that's the thing about Kentucky is it's 4 lanes wide. Guys have a lot of track, a lot of room to maneuver, a lot of
Trouble!
Oh,
Ronnie gets turned!
Happened.
And, oh man, Ronnie is probably not too happy.
Who was that on?
Someone just turned Ronnie. Not sure on who, but I was looking out the back of Scott Sanderson's car and Ronnie got hooked. Whoa, the 53 just, it looked like maybe blew a left front brake rotor and hooked right into Ronnie.
Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, that was interesting. I'm going to ride along with him real quick. Maybe show the broadcast just riding along with him what happened there.
It was the 53 of Ben Olsen, right?
Yep. Yeah, it looks like he just came right up into him. I'm going to get another view here. It looks like Ben Olsen in that 53 car came across the nose of Douglas Hetz in the 31 and got into Ronnie Norman.
There we go. Got her back. Well, what do you say we pull up one of these drivers?
How about that in race reporter, Ronnie Norman?
I was about to say the same.
Mr. Ronnie Norman, Anthony Fitchner, and Christian Snyder up in the booth. Do you have a copy, sir?
Unfortunately, yes.
And you got hit pretty hard there. The 53 came up, didn't know that he had a guy above him there, came across the nose of the 31, and you were the guy right there, man. Is the car all right? How you looking?
I have no idea, just praying for a caution.
You didn't even pit there.
Nope.
Well, shiitake mushrooms, man.
Yeah. I've seen too many races like this happen where you go 2 laps on the yellow flies. So hopefully, even though my bad luck may turn into good luck, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Well, something's going on with my camera. Sorry to interrupt. I'm freezing up here. But real quick, I wanted to ask you, Ronnie. It seems like this has been your season lately. You've been running good, just haven't been able to seal the deal. Something weird happens. Have you kind of been noticing that?
Yeah, ever since I won the truck championship and knowing coming up to the Xfinity that it wasn't going to be easy, and I'm learning that very easily now because we're already, 2-3 months into the season, and I still haven't got a win down yet compared to the trucks. So we're learning. We're gonna keep fighting. We're gonna try to get finishes, and hopefully one of these times we'll be in victory lane before the season ends.
Yeah, that's the competition, man. And like you said, the higher you go, the more competition there is. For instance, in the Cup Series, I know this back of my head here. We got 11 races in with 8 different winners. So that's a Cup stat for you right there. I don't have the stat, and I can obviously get it for you, but for the B cars there. But for the Cup, there's 11 races. We have 8 different winners. So these races right here, man, 50% fuel strategy just comes down to it. So hopefully yours pays off, man, and you can get back to the front there.
It's going to be interesting here. We're going to see what happens, though.
Well, good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
You tell Josh Susie go win it, man. He's been having a great race.
Yeah, he's really been wheeling it out here.
Before I let you go, man, how does that make you feel as an owner? Like you guys been a class of field. You had a little bit of bad luck there, but does it make it a little bittersweet with one of your drivers might be able to pull off a win here?
We'll see. We're gonna go green, Anthony.
All right, bud. There they go, green flag racing. Jonathan Boger in that 8 Mercedes Chevy gets a great run out front there. That might be what he needed. John Caudle, though, he's got a nice run going, and they might even have another caution here. Oh my God, they're gonna do it! Bring it back in!
And Ronnie's in it. That's the caution Ronnie wanted, but he's involved. And that's the big one right there. Unfortunately, we got the camera for some reason lagging again.
Who did we give the EOL to in that last one? Do you remember there, Christian? No. Didn't Ryan Norman get involved in that last one?
Yeah, Ronnie was involved, but in my opinion, the 31 caused it. But
somebody came across the nose of the 31. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was the 53 of Ben Olsen, but I don't think he came across the nose. The 31 came down.
Yeah, we pulled the EOL on the 53, so because he did come up. He had a guy above him, and he came up across his nose. He was above the second lane when he did that. So that caution right there will be on the 72. He even spoke up and said that was on him.
Well, IRTVO unfortunately is frozen up here, but the race is over. Not going to be able to get the results up on the screen here. My computer has been acting up the past few days.
Ken Worley coming across the finish line here. He's going to be smoking. He's trying to keep it going. He's trying
The
to
best thing to do in that scenario is
home.
shut the engine off. Which some drivers don't have that control set, but I do, and it definitely helps. It sounded like it just blew. And nope.
Wow. 99. I heard his engine blow, but he's still accelerating.
You know what he probably did? He probably hit the starter and restarted the engine.
Top three. The top three was surprising. I know Josh Susie and Ron Norman had a hell of a race, man. Would you mind us pulling in the top five and just making some quick interviews out of them boys?
I don't mind low. The first time in a long time just gave up on me at the end. It was like, oh, these guys wrecked. Forget it. Wish I had another program other than IRTBO. They're taking the finish here, right?
Yep, coming to the finish line right now. Jonathan Boger, first win of the year. Haters make us famous. That's one of my drivers.
I had a feeling it was only time before that leaf filter Chevrolet got in victory lane.
Not seeing Scott Sanderson in Discord.
I found him.
Where is he at?
All right. So we'll start off here. Ronnie Norman, you got a copy.
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, you come in 5th place tonight. It seems like staying out worked for you. Unfortunately, you were involved in that last wreck there, but still able to finish 5th. Tell us how the night went for you in general.
This was a crazy race for me. It was pretty cool to run up front with my teammate Josh Susi, though. He had an awesome car all night. Definitely was one to beat. Unfortunately there, but no, with the whole race, I just trying to keep pace with everybody. You got Caleb Sheets coming. You know Scott Sanderson is coming. So you're always looking in your mirror, waiting for it. And then towards the end of the race, there they were, and it got interesting there with the green flag stops and caution coming out. Gotten in that, but our race was okay. I told Josh with about 20 or something to go. I said, "Hey man, I'll at this point right now," I said I'll be happy with the top 5. But after I got involved in that caution, I stayed out. I felt like it was the only way I could possibly stay up front, and I got a top 5 out of it. I'm satisfied. We'll move on. And that was it for this one.
All right, well, congrats on a top 5. Glad to see you back up in the top 5. Anyone you want to thank?
I want to thank my whole team for putting in their efforts this year. I had a very sickening feeling last week after taking out Josh at Talladega, so it was pretty cool watching him run up front, and I didn't get into him, and that was fun. So I want to thank you and Anthony for being in the booth. Give a shout out to Brad. He was watching the race tonight. And for everybody who kept this race going green, it was fun. I really thought we was going to go all the way, and fortunately the caution came out. But all in all, this was a fun race and ready to move on to the next one.
Well, tell you what, Ronnie, after tonight's race, you are now 4 points behind Brad. I think you guys, I didn't do my calculations of Rob Haynes. He was 4 points ahead, but man, he finished way back in 18th. So, I mean, I'm showing 15-point gain on him. You guys both might have passed Rob Haynes here for position in the driver's points. At this point, man, does driver's points mean anything, or is it just going for wins?
I don't know. It's kind of like 50-50. Like, you want to stay up there in points because you don't, like, anything is possible. Like, I mean, hell, tomorrow my CPU on my computer could go out or something, and I couldn't race for a couple weeks. So then it would be like a win situation. So you kind of want to stay up there to stay up in top or get the win. But it's really, I mean, me, I like to go for points and wins, to be honest with you. So, I mean, if I can get a win, then you know you got a good point today, and you can't do anything better than that.
Awesome, man. Well, awesome race there, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Hopefully we put on a good show.
It was a hell of a show. Josh Susi led the most laps here tonight, man. Tried everything he could to make this happen. And, 16th fastest in practice, came in a little bit late. Probably the track probably wasn't as quick as it was. When qualified on the pole, Susi, you end up 4th tonight. You and Ronnie Norman were right there 1-2 most of the night, and you end up 4th and 5th, man. What was it that just let the win slip away here tonight?
It was whoever calls caution with 10 laps to go, and that was that. I was in a lose-lose, if I'd have stayed out, maybe 1 or 2 other guys would have stayed out, and you'd had a bunch of guys on fresh tires, and if I pit, there's going to be 4 or 5, and then people taking 2, and you're just in a box, and then it's a no-win. I should have stayed out, but how can you make that call with the 20-something lap tires, and
right,
it is what it is. So I mean, I don't know who caused that caution. I would seriously like to sucker punch him in the face, but it is what it is. It's not very often you have a car and track that you just click on any particular night, and to be able to pace off Ronnie and Scott Sanderson and to pull away from them at times, that's not something that happens too often. So I was definitely feeling it tonight. I saved my 2-tire stop for the last stop of the race under green. Had a little cat in the bag, and it was all for naught. So what can you say?
I'm telling you, man, I feel for you. One of the fastest cars in the field tonight. Led the most laps. I think you had the fastest lap. I got to get back on that. But as I'm looking at the top 5 here, laps, you definitely had one of the fastest laps, and you led the most laps. Yet you did everything you could. You gained time on pit road and just still did not fall your way. And like you said, man, if you stay out, it doesn't work your way. And I think Scott may have stayed out or maybe took 2. He did something different there to gain as many positions as he did, because him and James Lehman were around the same. But we'll get to his interview next, man. Josh, I feel for you. It's got to be heartbreaking. You definitely got robbed here, man. Is there anybody that you want to thank. And by the way, go over to the 72 stall and sucker punch him because it was him who caused that last caution.
Well, I know he kind of did the very end caution, but I'm talking about the one with 10 to go.
Oh, that'd be the 53.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I guess 2 pit stalls to go visit before they fly out of the track. But Ronnie for being a great team owner and teammate, and it's kind of cool that he leans on me a lot during the race for strategy, and I kind of feel like I'm the head technician of the team here. I'm always giving out strategy and ideas and what to do and what not to do. And I told him about the 2-tire thing. He ended up deciding to do 4, and there was a difference there. So it's just cool to have someone to bounce ideas off of and try something, see if it works. And he's always really fast. So to have him as a teammate, I raced against him a lot last year in the truck series. Definitely felt like I learned some things in this year where we're actually working together. I feel like we're both getting better. We got to get on par with that 93, but tonight I think we both were on par with him. So definitely them. You guys for broadcasting, all my friends and anyone out there that watches, go Susie Nation. Try to swallow this giant freaking pill and move on to the next race.
Yeah, keep your head up, man. You guys are doing an outstanding job, dude. Congrats again on your top 5. I know it's not what you wanted, man, but it's got to be a good thing moving forward when you're disappointed with a 4th place. You got the most laps led, so definitely a hard pill to swallow there, man. Number 93, top 3 there, ended up battling these guys and came forward, started 22nd. Scott Sanderson, are you there?
Yeah, I got you, Anthony.
Hey, Scott, what was the strategy on that caution there? It was not the second one, but the first one. What was the strategy there that may have helped you get this top 3?
Well, I'll start off by saying I screwed myself by pitting early on the last set of green flag stops, and I wasn't going to make it. I was going to run out about 5 laps short, so I didn't have a choice. I had to come in, and it was basically a splash and go, and I knew I needed tires, so I only took 2, and luckily the cars in front of me, I don't know if they got tight, got together, I don't know what happened, but they kind of the sea parted a little bit, so dug myself a hole, and once again the luck was there for me at the end.
Yeah, seeing that you had pit a little bit early, you were actually saving gas, it looked like. And you and James Lehman, I think, had pit on the same lap, if I'm not mistaken. You pit on lap 63, and it looked like he pit on lap, he pit on lap 70. So you definitely pit a little bit early there, trying to make it 37 laps on a fuel tank. And James had told us in an interview that you could go 30 laps. So you were trying to save a whole 7 laps on a 30-lap run. It just didn't look like it was going to happen. Do you feel like it paid off in the end, though? I mean, you finished 3rd. James finished 13th. Just the cautions came. And what here exactly helped you get that top 3?
I think James got caught up in that last accident because he restarted to my inside. He beat me off pit road on that last stop, so something happened to him late in the race. But I don't know. It's just this place would be a better parking lot than anything. So it's got a couple car numbers that I'm going to keep in mind. I didn't. If you take a look at the right side there, I got it into the wall on lap 3, so I didn't start off on the best note, just myself. And I was able to get that repaired. And then just a couple other cars, they wanted to race way too hard, way too early, and I know I'm not in it for points, but I'm still going for a win to get some ECR funds here and possibly start up my own shindig here, and definitely got a couple cars on the list tonight that won't be on that team.
That's right. Rivalries brewing up here, guys. An ECR BeelineSim series, man. What is racing without rivalries, man? Hell of a finish, though, Scott. You got to be upset and not get the win tonight. Again, you guys came from the back, come up here. You would have had the hard charger had you qualified, but under the rules here, if you're not running for championship, you can't qualify. So, but you definitely had one of the most positions improved. Did a hell of a job, man. Is there anybody here that you want to thank?
Yeah, thank you guys for putting on a heck of a broadcast. Was able to get my first broadcast in yesterday, and it's a blast, and it can be stressful at times. So I just trying to keep everyone under wraps and everything. So hats off to you guys, all the admins that make this possible, and the veterans that make this world turn, and not just in the U.S. but all around the world. Hats off to them and the fans. They could be doing something else tonight, and maybe they are. And while they're watching us, it's gotta tip a hat off to them too.
Heck yeah, man. Hey, you guys put on a heck of a show, man. So congrats again on your top three. We got the number '07 Nationwide Chevy sitting in second place
Yeah.
tonight. John Caudle. I don't know, Christian.
I
you
got
it.
Hey, John, congrats on second place. I believe you stayed out on that last caution, so strategy kind of paid off. Tell us how your night went and what all happened to you throughout the night.
Man, it was a rough night, really. Honestly, if I started out on the high side and gave up a few positions. I started coming back to me, and then I got tight in the corner and on exit, and when I did, I lost like 6, 7, and then it was just backwards from there. Started gaining a few positions, and then when the green flag pit stops rolled around, I made a bad call decision to stay out because I figured if I stay out a little bit longer, maybe near the end of the race, I could beat everybody on fuel. Maybe they'd have to the best. So I was running near the back to the front, depending on where it was cycling out, and we just went with it there. And then at the end, I saw that when the caution came out, I was like, "Hey, I only got a few laps on my tires. Maybe we could have something happen here, get around to 17 near the end, and hope for the win." I mean, we've been trying so hard, and we got close tonight. And I'm really proud of what this nationwide Chevy Camaro has put together. And man, Leadfoot Racing, everything, man. I'm glad to have them be on board with them.
Yeah, we saw you earlier whenever you were staying out, for that long run. You were battling for the lead pretty intensely. I forget who exactly it was, but you were almost door to door every lap, and it was like photo finishes every lap. Um, and was the long run better than your short run, or what did you feel?
My long run was definitely better because I found it in practice that you can actually make that high side run. It's just as fast as the low line without the impairment to your tires. So I kind of ran the high line more during the race to save my tires. So near the end of the run, the car didn't slow down as much. I was still running 31.8s through the end of the run. I mean, 31.6s, stuff like that. I mean, but the problem was I was still off strategy, and with the half fuel tank, the long run really, if it would have been full fuel tank, I think the long run would have showed more in my car. But man, this Beeline car, or just, oh,
It was a good car for you tonight. You were able to pull out a second, and um, that's obviously a good finish. Don't know if you're running for driver points, but obviously good for owner points. So congrats again on second place. Anyone you want to thank real quick?
I think this nationwide Chevy Camaro team, Leadfoot Motorsports, and man, I just like to thank everybody at home for making this happen tonight.
All right, and I think Anthony has his driver at HMuff down in Victory Lane. Anthony, you got him?
Yeah, man, we're celebrating down here. It's been a hell of a victory. These guys are super excited. Number 17, Haters Make Us Famous Chevy, Jonathan Boger with a win here tonight. Qualified third, sixth fastest in practice. Came out with the win, man. Now, sometimes it doesn't have to be the fastest car, just the luckiest, man. How are you feeling tonight, Jonathan?
I'm feeling pretty pumped about it.
You don't sound pumped at all, man.
Yeah, it's been a long day for me.
Heck yeah, man. I know you're probably super excited about it. You're running for the B Car Series Championship, so this puts you in the chase. What does this change on your season?
Uh, it changes a little bit, not a whole lot. I just want to be more consistent, but I can run the risk of taking more of a chance since I have that win now and everything.
Heck yeah, man! It took a lot. I know it did. Your fastest lap in the race was a 31:18, which is almost 4 tenths slower than the leader. The guy who led the most laps, your Josh Susie. I think he had the fastest lap. Not, don't quote me on that. It's just the fastest one I've seen. So it took a lot of consistency. What did you do in the long runs? What was kind of like your strategy there coming to the end, and did it change with those cautions?
Well, I took 2 tires on the last stop, and the car felt like a lot better. And then when the caution came out, I was I was gonna finish probably top 5 if it did come out. So I was like, I thought I'd just roll the dice, take the chance, hopefully get a couple cars that stay out with me, which happened, and then got like a really good restart, and then a caution came out after that.
Well, I'm sure that the guys at home there are happy. Your sponsors, I see Leaf Gutter. Is it Leaf Filter Gutter Protection?
Yep.
Hey man, a good win for them guys. Good win. I feel great as an owner. I'm really humbled here tonight to just I didn't think that we were gonna get guys to finish good here tonight because I don't know, man. It just seems like it's been a rough season for the truck and the Beeline Sim Series team, and you guys have been working hard. And when it happens, man. Sometimes it happens the way it does. But you got first. Tony Ball filled in for Josh Conover, got 6th. So you guys did a great job tonight, man. Is there anybody you want to thank?
I'd like to thank you, my whole team, and then the people that put on the league, and then the Beeline series that sponsors it and everything.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations again on your win. Christian, do you got any questions for him?
Yeah, not really a question, just a comment. I always thought from the beginning of the season that we would see that leaf filter Chevrolet in victory lane. So good job on the win, man.
Thank you.
Well, that's gonna wrap it up for tonight. Thanks for tuning in, and if you haven't already subscribed, you're probably not
Hit that
going to,
subscribe
but
button.
you should. You should. It's a big red button. I think it's a little bit below where Jonathan Boger's name is. Just click that button right there.
Can't
Yeah,
miss.
it's that red button. It says subscribe. Yeah, click it. Click that button, subscribe. Come back tomorrow night. It's gonna be for the All-Star race. And Anthony, you want to say a little bit about the All-Star race? Give a little preview.
Well, yeah, I just want to thank Beeline Sim Series for sponsoring this thing. Thank to everybody who showed up here tonight. And tomorrow night, we're going to be on this same channel. Tomorrow night, about 9:30, the All-Star race kicks off, man. The Cup Series, you guys can tune in. We have not sponsored or broadcasted a Cup Series yet. So ECR Broadcast will be doing the broadcast on the Cup Series. They're usually having the Ford Entertainment Group do that. But ECR is going to broadcast the All-Star race tomorrow night. It's going to kick off at 9:30 Eastern. You're going to see the best of the best clash it out and go for a win here for $1 million for that All-Star race win there at Charlotte. It's going to be a very, very interesting race. I believe it's 100. I think it was 100 something laps, man. I got to go check on that, but I feel stupid not knowing how many laps it is tomorrow. But set up the lobby. It's good to go. You guys got to tune in tomorrow night, 9:30 Eastern, man. It's going to be some great action. All-Star races are always exciting, and you're going to see the best of the best in the Cup business do it. So look forward to seeing it, and maybe even you can pull me in the booth there, Christian. I'll help do some commentating. I hope I don't crash out, but yeah, it's going to be fun, guys. You can come back here, same channel, what you're listening to now, 9:30 Eastern tomorrow night. We're going to be kicking off with that All-Star race. You got a lot of voting going on. If you haven't voted yet, you still can. We shared that on the league page. So if you haven't, you got Facebook, like us, ECR League. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitter. Check us out, man. We got it going on, and we got a lot of great drivers, a lot of stuff going on, and it's a lot of fun. So join in on it before it's too late.
Yeah, and just another thing to add, if you do want to catch the highlights to the showdown, make sure to tune in early to the broadcast. We're kicking it off at 9:10 for the the showdown highlights and a quick interview with the winners of the segments. So that is all. Thank you for watching. Hit the like and subscribe. Later.